Hi, friends. It's B again, and I'm here with another plan with me. I'm filming a plan with me, which was for a week in May, and I'm using this SPC mystery kit, which is wonderful. And I'm pairing it with a rose foil bundle from Grass Press. And this is, I believe, one of the most beautiful spreads that I've ever done in my life. And just to get straight into it, I'm actually recording this voiceover in maybe one of the most difficult periods of my life. I've said this like 100 times already, and I'm gonna say it again. Like, I really don't like to share negativity with you guys, and my heart is actually bouncing out of my chest so hard. I just want to keep it very positive over here, and especially with this spread. Like, this spread deserves the best video ever, because this might be one of my favorite spreads that I've ever done or laid down in this year so far. I'm very happy with the way that this spread turned out, but I still really wanted to upload a plan with me, because I still would like to continue with my life, I guess. But let's just get the elephant out of the room. I'm going back to the Netherlands, and it is quite coming out of nowhere, and something happened between Justin and I that I have to admit is very painful for me. I mean, this breakup is really painful for the both of us, and I'm gonna try to not get into much detail, because this is a really personal thing, and this is for me and Justin. But yeah, of course, I need to share this, and I need to tell you what is going on just a little bit, because it will have impact on my videos maybe, and maybe on my sticker shop as well. I'm gonna try my best to not for my videos or my sticker shop to, how do you say that? I don't really know. Like, I'm gonna try everything that I can and my absolute hardest to still continue with uploading and still continuing with releasing stickers every week. But that is something that's going to be a little bit difficult, I'm not going to lie, because I worked on Justin's laptop, and that's obviously not going to happen right now anymore. And I am going back in 4 days now, which is really fast, but it needs, I need to get away. I need to move. I don't want to be here anymore. I guess that's not really right. I would still like to be here and continue my life here, but I just mentally I'm not able to. That's just not gonna happen, which is really painful, because we had a dog, Abby, and I've recently talked about her a lot and introduced her, and I told you guys that she is the best thing that maybe ever happened to me, and I need to leave her. And I'm not gonna, it's just, the only reason why I'm leaving her here is because that's the best for her. That's just all I have to say. Like, I know that's very maybe not right, or I just don't know what's right, And guys, I hate that I'm not a person that shares my emotions, like, never. And now that I'm getting a little bit older, I'm 25 now, I'm really learning to accept my emotions and to be open about it, because I have a lot of issues with my stomach and with my bowel. And if you followed me for a little bit, you already might know that that's mainly because I have a lot of stress, or that's influenced by a lot of stress or my emotions. So the more I keep them for myself, and the more I'm not talking about things or the way that I'm feeling, the more pain I have. They say like your bowel is like your second brain, right? And that's something that I definitely experience. I'm sorry that that's a little bit too much information, guys, but it's the truth, you know. This bottom washi that I'm doing right here is one of the most stunning bottom washes that I've ever done. I just wait for the other half that I'm gonna put down with the foil on top. It's stunning, guys. And one of the things that I really liked about living here is that this is a very chilled island and everyone is very chilled. There's not much pressure anywhere. And one of the things that caused me the most pain was stress with work. And for the first time in 10 years, I actually, this is not so long ago, I think like a month ago, I actually started randomly crying with Justin, or not with Justin, but when Justin was around me. And I said to him, it's so strange because I never thought that I would experience more days in a week where I'm in no pain, because I always experienced at least 5 days a week where I had issues and I was in pain. And that is something that I just accepted. And I never really talked about this because the issue is bigger than I ever let anyone know. But that's really personal for me. And that is something that I'm not able to talk about because I haven't accepted that yet. Like my issues with my stomach and the pain that I experience. And for the first time in 10 years, I just had like 5 days a week where I was not in pain. Like, what? I was crying of happiness because that is literally the best thing that happened to me in a long, long, long time. And now I need to go back to that life. I need to find myself a job. I don't know what I'm going to do, you know? And, yeah, I just know that I'm going to be in so much more stress again. And I hope I will just find a way that works for me and that will cause me not as much pain as I used to have when I lived in the Netherlands. I'm going back to my parents, which is not ideal, but my parents are my angels. Like, I love them with every bone in my body. And I'm happy to go back there in a way of that I know that I have a lot of people around me that will pick me up and pick all the pieces up together to make my heart into one big chunk again and not all these shattered pieces. But, I was living on myself for the last 8 months with Justin and I really liked it. And now I need to go back to my parents, which is just not ideal. And I know that it's going to be really difficult for me to find my own place because we were living close to Amsterdam. And Amsterdam, is such an expensive place. And all the cities around it are equally as expensive. So I know I'm just not going to be able to afford a place for myself. Like I just know that's not going to happen because it's just too expensive. I also don't have a job yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. And luckily, I still have my shop, you know, but that is just, like, I just started that. Like, that's nothing big. I'm manifesting that it's going to be big because that will make me the happiest girl alive. And I'm manifesting that is actually going to happen because that's what I really want. But right now, it's just not much, my shop. But it's all I have, so I'm gonna try and put as much effort in it as I can. The only thing is that I don't have any Photoshop, which is really annoying, so I have to find a way, because Photoshop is pretty expensive, guys. If you are not earning that much with your shop, it's really expensive, so I need to find a way. And I just know, I keep telling myself that's going to be step by step, because I'm leaving in a couple of days, and there's so much that I need to do. So I will just see when I'm back in the Netherlands what I'm going to do with my life, what I'm going to do with work. I just have absolutely no clue, but it's going to give me too much stress if I'm going to think about it as much right now. So Yeah, I am going to talk about the day by day because I'm not really feeling that bubbly and chatty, and I still really want to do this spread justice because as I said, like this is one of the most beautiful spreads I've ever done, and I'm very happy with the way it turned out. So I'm gonna talk about the day by day, also because this was the week that my parents were in Curacao. Like I picked them up on Monday, and I just had the best time with them, and it really felt for me as if I had a little vacation myself because I did so much fun stuff with them, and we ate a lot of good food, and we went to a lot of nice places. And yeah, this art that is in this kit felt really magical, and for me this week was really magical. So I just thought this was just absolutely perfect. And there's actually a turtle. That's the box that I'm using on Saturday. And I don't know why I didn't notice this at first, but my parents were here for 2 weeks. And the next week, I will not be recording, but that was actually the week that we saw a turtle because we went snorkeling, and it was the best thing ever in my life. Oh my goodness, it was so good. And I actually meant to use this kit for that week, but I messed it up. Like, yeah, I don't know why, but it's okay. Like, as I said, this felt really magical because they arrived this week on Monday, and I just had the best time with them. So, yeah, I really hope that you guys are doing better than I am. Because that will be literally amazing. But yeah, I still wanted to talk about it and let you guys know a little bit. Maybe I will go in more detail later, but not now. We have to see, guys. We have to see. I do have my studio lights in the Netherlands. I left them there because they're pretty big. So I do have plans to still film. I have packed as much stickers as I can in my suitcases, or I will try to pack as much as I can so I can continue filming. But we need to see, guys, if there's going to be a week that I'm not uploading. You guys know, like I'm maybe going through something, or I don't feel like chatting, or I don't know. But anyway, let's start with the day by day. Monday, I picked up my parents. I just always go into the first day of the week, Monday, and then I forget about my sidebar. And then I'm laying down the stickers and I'm like, oh, damn, that stupid sidebar again. But I've been really doing good with my sidebar. Like, I have filled out every sidebar from every spread that I did so far. So that's really nice. But on Monday, I was really stressed because I just wanted everything to be perfect. The house needed to be tidied. I wanted to be there on time at the airport, which Justin is a little bit laid back, and he's like, it's gonna be fine. Like, so we went a little bit later than I intended to, which was a little bit annoying, but okay. I cleaned the house as much as I can because like I needed to show my parents like I'm doing good, you know, like I've been doing good and I'm a good housewife these days. I did groceries because I wanted to make dinner for my parents because they were arriving a little bit later. So I thought I just want to make something small. Yeah, in case they want to eat something. Then I picked them up and it was so stinking emotional. It really was, guys. Like I cried my eyes out, and I know that I didn't run to them, but I had both of my arms open and I just hold them both into my arms, and it was so nice. I already said before, like I'm not gonna walk to one person first. Like I want to have them both at the same time in my hands, because I actually don't have a preference about one of my parents. Like I love them both equally. So it was really really emotional for me, but in a good way. Like it was happy tears because I saw them again, and it wasn't even that long ago. Like I moved in beginning of February, March, April, May. So about 3 months, but it's the longest I ever went without my parents. So on Tuesday, Justin's mom, she broke her ankle. I think like the week before this one, and it was really bad, guys. She broke her ankle in 3 different places, and she had surgery this day. So I had to mark that, and luckily everything went all right, but she did have to stay for one night. And then I just watched some Love Island, and I did some groceries. And that grocery sticker is actually an olive, and that's one of the newest revamps or from my shop, from Olive Digitals, that is available as a printable. And it matched this color echt really perfect. So I was really happy about that. Then I went over to my parents and we had lunch together at their house, or at the apartment that they stayed in. They stayed at a really nice, really nice place. So I went there a couple of times also just to relax and to sit by the pool, because in our house we actually don't have a pool. And let me tell you, like having a pool here is not a necessity, but is really nice if you have a pool here, because it's so hot. And then we just went to the beach together. Oh, it was so nice, because I just have my dad on my left side and my mom on my right side, and we were just chilling on the bed. I was reading like a magazine, and it was a good weather, and yeah, like I can really laugh with my parents, and especially my mom is the most hysterical person that I know, and we always sing together, and we always make jokes together, like the silliest songs we sing together, and I'm actually really excited for that to happen again. um, and then we went back to their apartment and we had dinner together. So on Wednesday, the sad thing was that or Justin's mom, it was actually her birthday, and she was such a poor woman, because she was in a lot of pain. Like, she was drugged of the medication that she had from the painkillers. But even though she had those, she was in a lot of pain. But it was really unfortunate that needed to happen around her birthday, and it was really sad. I had to take Abby to the vet. Oh my God. And then I went to the gym later that day. There was probably something wrong with my car, because the next thing that I'm going to mark is that I fixed my car. I had a car here. I don't have a car in the Netherlands anymore, which I have nothing. So I need to start from zero again. And then Justin and I went over to his mom. We ate some cake. And we just basically visit her to keep her company and to make her a little bit more happy again. And then that was actually in a hospital that we visited her. And I think she could leave the next day. She had to stay there for a little bit longer, which was not as nice for her, because it was her birthday. Like, that was really sad. And then when we drove home, we picked up a Pokeball, which actually turned out to be one of my favorite foods, because, yeah, it's just so nice. I always eat mine with chicken. I love chicken. And then on Thursday, the first thing that I did is I started my day with watching some YouTube. And I had to work all day. And the place where I worked at, I actually had my last day yesterday. Again, like, it's just all really happening so quickly, but it needs to, because Justin and I are living together, and that's just not ideal when you break up, so I need to, and also, like, I just can't be here anymore. So it happened very quickly all, and I didn't even got to say goodbye to my colleagues, so I'm gonna try to see if I can still go over to the store to say goodbye to a couple of them. But I actually called one of my colleagues that I was the closest to. And we had 2 stores, and every time when she was standing in the other store, we just were on the phone for like 30 minutes every time, and we just chatted about life, and she was really nice. So I hope I'm able to see her before I leave. And then my parents came over to the shop, to the store, and oh, that was so nice. And then when I was done with work, we went to one of my favorite places on the island, which is a restaurant that's called The Governor. And we had some dinner over there, and it was just perfect. Like, Justin also came, and we were just with the 4 of us. It was sad that my sister and her girlfriend weren't there, but I was at least very happy that my parents were there. So on Friday, I took my parents to the ostrich farm, which is hilarious. they gave you like a tour when you step on a bus, and they give you a tour to the entire farm, and it's a man, and that man, I don't want to say it, but I have to say that he's hilarious. He is having, with COVID, they had like this plastic things. You could do like the thing that cover up your mouth, like a face mask, but you could also do like the plastic window in front of your head. And the man talks with his eyes closed, and he spits a lot. So let me tell you that I was really happy that he was having that little plastic window in front of his face, because you could see on the plastic window, it was just covered in spit. Like, oh, yeah, I had to laugh. And then we went to the Chichi farm, and the Chichi is actually a little art place. They make like little stands. I don't know what you call that, a stand? Like something you can put somewhere and it looks nice. Not like painting, but like an actual object. Yeah, it's a chichi. Maybe you can search it up. A chichi curacao. Like it's really nice. So my parents actually bought me one, a little one, because they're pretty expensive. And they also bought one for my sister, and it is so nice. They're very cute. And then we had lunch at a local place that my dad really wanted to go to, and I'm really happy that he took me there because it was really nice. I went home and I watched some Love Island. I actually went to the candy store that was not that far from our house because I was PMSing. That's the next thing that I'm going to mark right here. And then, I got gas, and there's a specific gas station that I always like to go to because it's the closest to our house. But every time, the first 3 times that I went there, something really awkward happened, like every time. And it kept me from going to the gas station because it's just so awkward. Like, the first time, I didn't know how the bloody pump worked. So I just stood there like the stupid blonde I am. And after 10 minutes, I still hadn't figured it out. And there were just people looking at me like, "Hun, what the fuck are you doing there?" And no one really helped me, so that was really awkward. Second time, I was with a different car because my car was going to the car maker. I couldn't get the top of the car where you put the gas in. I couldn't get it open. So I was just standing there like, what do I do now? I was stressing so hard, and then this man had to help me. And the first try that he did to get it open, he got it open. And I was just like, oh my goodness, why am I this? Why am I like this? Like, I can be such a dumb blonde sometimes. So I hate that gas station. On Saturday, the first thing that I did is that I watched Senior Year, that movie on Netflix. I was PMSing, and I went to the gym, which I'm actually really proud of, because when you're PMSing and going to the gym is not ideal. I did some groceries, and I did some laundry, and my parents came over because we put the barbecue on. We have Justin has like a really nice barbecue. Yeah. So on Sunday, the first thing that I'm marking right here is that I watched some Love Island. I had to go back to work. And I was really tired. And that evening, I took my parents to Justin's parents. They already met before, and they actually could get along pretty nicely, so that was nice. And we went to Justin's parents' house here in Curaçao, which they have a wonderful house here. It's insane. And we just had some dinner together. I drove my parents home because I'm such a protective little child, I guess, and I want them to be safe. And I don't really like driving in the dark. And like, my parents are getting a little bit older, so I need to protect them. And I just thought, let me just drop them off at home because they need to be safe. And then Justin and I watched Vikings. So that was my week. It was a good week. It was an exciting week. It was one of the best weeks I had this year. And as you can see, or if I can say it myself, I'm so happy with how this turned out. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this plan with me, even though I'm a little bit down. I'm going to try my best to get a video up still weekly, but I don't know if I can manage that. But we need to see. Just know what I'm going through right now. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope to see you guys really soon. Have a good day, guys. Bye bye.